Now, duality as a concept is very cool because it involves having two parts of opposite sides. So, like the American government is very heavy set in duality. You know, there's only two main parties, and how I tie into how I tie that into um, I guess like myself, how I carry that philosophy of needing like two separate things to function. I use that as like an example for my action, right? Well, and like and obviously in like healthy mannerisms, you know what I mean? Being able to have duality in being calm and in being like in being quiet and being loud. You know what I mean? Like being able to have that duality, and when like knowing when you need to be loud and when you need to be quiet. You know, it's like having the duality of knowing whenever you need to like go really, 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 really hard, and then knowing whenever you need to calm down and like recollect and focus. And like that's really important to have because like um, a lot of times that like moment of reflection is like drowned out by kind of by stimulation, low key stimulation from like boredom. Like I guess like stimulation because of boredom. You know, like we think that like boredom is a bad thing, and you know we don't know how to use it to our advantage, so we look to get out of that boring, you know, cycle of like not doing anything. But like once you translate the ability to the ability for like life being boring, like the ability to let life being boring indicate that you need to like reflect or look back, I guess, you know, reassess yourself, like kind of see what you're feeling, what you've been feeling, like think about like situations that have like, you know, happened in your life and stuff like that, and like re-feel any emotion that you need to feel. Because like boredom stems like people are really scared of boredom. People, it's like some people are really scared of boredom. Some people are really scared of like being alone. Some people like don't know what to do whenever they're alone. So then they they look for like something else to do. You know, they look for like an escape to not be bored and alone. And so like, you know, people will turn to multiple like different hobbies and stuff like that, but like those hobbies like incorporate kind of that aspect of like of duality, but you can't really have that duality if like, you know, you're working hard on one thing and then you're not resting. You're just kind of like stimulating yourself in some sort of way. Like you're not really, because like resting requires you to like completely relax, and you can't really completely relax if you're like focused on something, you know. And like a big thing that I've learned, especially through meditation, is that like being utterly relaxed, getting to that state is like really difficult because like, you know, you think that like you just close your eyes and you breathe and you're relaxed, but it's like you have to find like certain tension in your body that's still there, and like sometimes it's like a mission to find. Sometimes it's like uncomfortable to like lay down or like sit down and stuff like that, but like once you kind of dive into the uncomfort, I don't even know how else to like explain it, then like you can like begin to like release tension and relax more. Cuz like my main goal whenever I meditate, or like how I think about it, is that like I'm trying to reach a deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper relaxation, because like I have like reflective periods, but I wouldn't even call my meditative periods like reflective periods because I know whenever I need to think, I guess, well, I have time. I give myself time to like display my thoughts. I guess like here is an example, but like I also write and I also like sit down with my thoughts. And I feel like that's very important as well because like the distinction of like being able to sit down with your thoughts and like completely relax, I feel is very important because then whenever you lay down, all you can do is think. But whenever you need to work, all you can do is think. You know, it's like having that time to allow yourself to like process what you need to process, think about what you need to think about. You know, like kind of plan, um, like manage certain areas of your life, manage your time, stuff like that, and then like have set times for those periods of relaxation. And it's also like something to look forward to. Those periods of relaxation are something that I've built myself to look forward to. And that's really important, especially as somebody who wants to like wants to build, I guess, because like I mean I I like the things I do. you know like I like being in a band. I like going to college. I have a career that I'm pretty confident in, and like that makes me happy. But um whenever I didn't have all those things, all I wanted to do was like give effort into something, and like I was very lost. And I feel like whenever I was lost, I was craving the most stimulation. And once I started kind of exploring I guess, like, I don't know, myself, like I didn't really understand what I wanted, and I feel like that led me to build the points that I needed to build in order to get myself out of that hole, because it's like at the end of the day, you're building your own steps. You are actively building the steps that you take to life. You're following steps in different periods of your life, but you are actively building the steps that you take because you're making the choice to take them. um and I know that's like that puts a lot of pressure on people, but it's true. You can't, I mean, you fall into things. You can fall into a career. You can fall into like you can fall into like a long-term relationship, fall into a family, all that stuff. But like I feel like once you have a purpose, managing your time becomes easier, and it becomes more beneficial to you because like when you're relaxing. Whenever you need to get work done, send those emails, you can send those emails. Whenever you need to lock in on whatever you need to lock in on, study for whatever you need to study for, like you're able to do that because you have that time set aside, and you know in your brain that you're there at that time, no matter how you feel, no matter what you're feeling. But then at the end of the day, when you come home, you don't just like come home and like you're looking for stimulation. You come home and like you're tired from a long day. You know what I mean? Like you don't want that. You don't need that stimulation because you're bored. You either have the energy to work on something else that you're interested in, that you're passionate about, or you're tired enough to fall asleep. And like I guess that's how I've recently been operating. But it's been very difficult to get to that point. It's always like I'm not like it's not meant to be an easy journey to get to always like you. It's not meant to be an easy journey to get to from always wasting your time to like spending it on things that you actually need to worry about. But it's fun whenever you start when you start getting good at your own processes, when you start making your own steps, you start building the things that you need to build, and you start building that like duality of like working hard and resting, working hard and resting, working hard and resting. And like if you're working hard at something that you enjoy, it won't feel like working hard. You're just doing something that you love constantly, and like it's hard to find that. It's genuinely hard to find that. But if you keep trying to find it, then you'll gain that duality as you try to find it. You'll gain knowledge of who you are as you go on the journey of trying to find it. And it's important to just keep trying. Duality is about duality. Like keeping duality as a good personality trait requires you to understand the labors that have to go into like it has to understand the labors that you have the ability to do. It's like what can I do? What do I have the ability to do? What do I not get tired of? Like what do I not get tired of doing? What makes me want to organize myself and work harder? Like finding stuff like that, that's like, it's like magic, because then it opens up your ability. It opens up the abilities that you didn't know you had. It makes you find yourself, and like truly and utterly. And like it makes you find people as well. It makes you find the people who want to see you succeed, the people who care about you, the people who, people who make sure you're okay, people who want to help you uplift yourself, the people who give you those difficult conversations of like, hey dude, I think you're fucking up, bro. Like, people who do that for you. Like you'll meet people like that if you continue doing the things that you enjoy. And but they have to be productive things, like you have to, it's like, if you enjoy, I don't know, it really depends. I guess what you enjoy isn't the right thing to say. It's like what benefits you, but like not in like a maniacal way, like doing anything that benefits you. It's like, or doing everything that only benefits you. It's like doing things that benefit yourself that will eventually benefit others, like for example, working really hard on something that you put out to the world that people can enjoy, or you make an art piece that somebody buys and somebody enjoys, or you make a clothing that somebody loves or a bunch of people love. It's all about doing stuff that like you want to do, that you can come back to, that you can spend your time on, that you can talk about to people, that you can make connections from. Like finding stuff like that is amazing. And who cares who likes it, as long as you like it. Like as long as you like it, keep doing it. That's all I gotta say. But as long and obviously like don't hurt others with it and stuff, but like making something that other people can enjoy is awesome, because like you're literally making somebody's day. That's cool as fuck. And if it doesn't matter if like somebody hates on it, because fuck them, bro. If they're hating, they're probably mad that they didn't think about it first. Trust me. But yeah, duality can be a good trait to have if you learn how to use it right. And learning how to use it right involves learning who you are. That's my TED Talk. Love you guys.